Hey everybody, it's GMB Hall, and we're playing RPGs. Today, on episode 3 of Plan, Prep, and Play Player Ideas, we are going to continue to see how the Dungeon Siege vehicle Mark 1 holds up against the continually growing onslaught of troglodytes, and there are more to come. So, this is really whether or not a situation where the players can hold the line or if they lose it. They've got to maintain control of the dungeon scene vehicle, make sure that the troglodytes don't pull that away, keep this funnel going, and keep getting the hits in and whittling down the troglodyte numbers. Hopefully, getting to a point where morale will kick in and the troglodytes might retreat and give the players a little bit of respite. But this has been by far and away the biggest combat of the campaign, I think, and it's been pretty brutal. We've lost one PC. We've lost Chunk to a particularly aggressive troglodyte attack. And really, it's just we're going to see if any more, if they can hold on or if they have to retreat, if the idea works or not. So we'll see. Right now, we're in round 7, starting a fresh round. We're on the initiative roll, and let's see what happens.
Initiative. Coming up.
Aww.
Ooh. Wow.
Ah!
You know what?
Come on, Greg. Come on, Greg.
Oh, no way.
What is this computer?
Oh my god. Dude, this is like the best game of war.
Oh man, it was almost the same. There we go. Time to go. All right, let's do it.
You know, it's really interesting how initiative in 5e, in my opinion, is terrible. It's hard to track, it's hard to use and roll 20. It's just really annoying. And in old school essentials, which is basic expert D&D, group initiative is so much fun because the initiative phase then matters, right? The roles are really important. Players want to win initiative, or sometimes they don't want to win initiative. And these roll offs, you both roll a d6, and the fact that we keep getting the same number increases the tension of who's going to finally get the initiative roll. And it's fun. It's just it's initiative made fun again. So I'm happy for that when we play this game. Initiative is always a good time.
All right, who's going first? Are we doing the lower left first?
We can do that. Chauncey's been biting at the he's Gump lets him loose and he's gonna go after the dude.
Thaco's 18, I believe. That means you gotta get a 13.
Boom.
That hits. What's the damage?
Only one. Nips him.
It bites a finger off.
Our damage has been garbage.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll it up. He's gonna be like, fuck this dude. He's gonna miss.
Alright, keep it coming. Melee attacks, melee attacks.
My phone's been choppy and I've been missing things. Stash would have shot an arrow, just so you know from the beginning, because he can't attack. I missed the range because my phone's all choppy. I would have shot an arrow towards the guys, towards where Gump is.
Gotcha.
Right.
But
go ahead and roll your attack roll.
It's too late, and I won't go back and do it.
Go ahead and do your arrow.
Roll up your attack roll. You gotta get a 14.
Go, Bilius.
It's for Gump. And I was rolling because my shit wasn't coming out. So.
Miss.
Come on, Pinky.
So my suggestion is when there is a clear sequence of combat in OSE that you're supposed to follow, where you declare spells, then you have initiative, then you have the order of combat, which goes movement, missile attacks. You can see it up on the board, spell casting, melee attacks, and even in melee attacks, if players are using certain weapons, even they have a specific order they have to go into, which actually will come into play in this episode. But if a player forgets, or if you overlook a player and they say, "Hey, I didn't do my ranged attack. Can I do that?" You should let them do that. This might sound like a no-brainer to some of you watching, but there are, I don't know what your deal is. You might want to be strict and say, "Nope, you got to remember," and then they'll feel bad. But we're all learning here. We're all coming from 5e, which is just such a flim-flammy system anyway. To go from a flim-flammy system to like a really specific order of combat, almost like wargaming, it does take the players to wrap their heads around it and to invest in it. It takes me time to wrap my head around it. I'm probably the worst one at adhering to sequence of combat. So I just noticed that in the game, and just I would suggest you do the same. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That is the mantra of a good D&D game. Keep it moving. Now we're going into melee attack.
Okay, Pinky's gonna roll.
Continuing melee attack.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Hey man, it works though, because these guys, the smell is awful that's coming off of these guys, and the odor from the open ladders, and it's almost like tear gas in a way. All right, let's keep it moving. Who's next? You guys got a whole bunch of guys lined up to attack. Gregator, you got to make your strength hold first.
Said I did. I rolled early.
That's right. You hold.
The 6. Right.
You hold.
6.
Okay. All right. Other melee coming up.
All right, Oma's gonna take a swing. Yay.
Rolled 18.
Yay.
Nice.
And she's a +1, so it's 19, but that doesn't really matter.
Well, that
Well,
definitely
she has
is.
to roll
Roll your
damage.
damage. Yep.
That's not too bad. 4.
No.
Nice.
That actually kills him. How does she kill him?
It's her warhammer, so she just hits him on the top of the head, and he shrinks down to like 2 feet tall.
All right.
Slimy 2-footer.
Yeah. So the only option is that one of those 3 moves up into that spot and then are there.
Hold, save the plan. It's working. Be overwhelmed. This is totally working.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I was just thinking that. It's
just like since Ash or Jude. Jude doesn't really want to leave her card, but maybe they need to go help those other guys.
Yeah.
We got it covered.
I mean, if we could move, Villius will jump out, and Jude can get in there, and I can shoot towards the other guys, or go and attack them. But
All right.
We can't move now, right? That's next time.
Right.
So is all the melee done?
This guy didn't do it. Yeah, we're done. Yes, we're done.
Okay.
So I don't know if you noticed that, but you get a lot of interactions with players. Like Oma or Heather, the player controlling Oma, suggests, "Well, let's go in the door." And now that we've opened up that route, and then Gregator's like, "No, stick with the plan. Keep them. Where this is working. Have them keep coming and attack us." And then Billy jumps in and talks about his ideas, and that whole planning is a function of group initiative, and that's exactly what you want to have happen: is the players debating as a unit what each player is going to do and their function in combat. I think that's so much more engaging than I get to go and I'm going to take 2 minutes discussing all my little tricks that I'm going to use, all my little abilities, and rolling all this dice to see if they work. And then I'm going to go and then I'm going to use all my little tricks, things that you see. I think that's more of a function of modern gaming, where it promises players all these options, but what it really does is it sort of separates the players into individual actions. Almost each player action is almost like their own turn. But in this particular game, OSC, you have players working together round after round to win the combat. And I think when we say combat as war, that's what we're talking about. Instead of combat as a game where we're using all these abilities, this is actually the players strategizing on how to survive and inflict maximum casualties. Very interesting to see, I think, and very fun in my case to play and to run.
Is it the troglodytes' turn now because you won initiative? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So again, this guy's gonna bark, and these troglodytes are gonna continue to move.
Yeah, troglodytes on the left. One of them's burning.
Right. So roll your damage.
Let's see. Boom. So he's taking 10 damage total.
Okay. He is definitely burned to a crisp. You hear more troglodytes coming out of the darkness. Down the hallway, that is. Okay. And they are going to melee attack. Here come random, just swinging around crazily. Oh my god.
They don't like Onyx, apparently.
She's the smallest.
Honestly, I'm going to try to roleplay them. I think if they are indeed so organized and trying to move the cart, that if they know somebody's holding the cart, they might try to go after him, which isn't very easy. They want. I would think if they are coordinated, they would be trying to get behind that door instead of doing anything else. It's challenging. His muscles is holding it.
Are you suggesting that Gregator tries to distract them from going after Onyx?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay. In which case they will. You are holding onto the door, and this is a very self-sacrificing move because you. Actually, will he be able to hit?
Wait a minute. I don't want to let go of the cart.
You don't let go of the cart. What I'm saying is this an automatic hit because you're defenseless?
I got armor. I got.
Oh yeah, you're all decked out in plate mail. I would say it's like a -4, but still like at a 1 AC that still wouldn't hit. So it works. Or actually, I don't know. Roll. Is this a charisma roll? I don't know. Or should I let him do it? I don't know. I'm confused. What does the group think?
I'll just roll a 20. If it's sucky, then nothing works. If it's middle, well, I got
It works. The dice.
He
count
doubly
tail.
holds the cart.
Always.
He holds the cart
Always
twice.
on the tail.
So as you can see, every game I get caught flat-footed with something, and in this particular scenario, what I've done is built in kind of an AI for the troglodytes. As they come out of this doorway and attack the players, I'm rolling a d6 or a d5 and moving clockwise based on the numbers to determine who's getting hit. And in this case, our thief, who's a teenager, a teenage girl named Onyx, continually gets attacked. She only has 4 health, right? So the fact that this troglodyte hits um, her means that she's going to die, and frankly, that's tough. That I don't know if I want that to happen. Uh, so when Greg suggested, "Hey, don't you think that they'll attack me because I'm holding the door?" That would be their move, that they wouldn't just attack randomly, that they would attack me. A is an interesting idea. And B, I suggest, well, are you trying to get their attention? Are you trying to call out to them? Are you trying to distract them? And when he agrees, then I think that that's a pretty good idea. That makes sense to me. And what I struggle with is how to adjudicate that, because in the world of the game, Gregator is holding on to the dungeon siege machine. He has no ability to defend himself, but he has full plate armor. Do we just roll to hit and see if the AC hits? Is there a bonus to attack? Do they hit automatically? This is what I was struggling with as a GM in that moment. Like, how do I fairly make this happen mechanically? There should be some tension in that decision. This is a sacrificial move, as I say in the game. We boil it down to Greg rolling a d20, and if he rolls high, then that's great. If he doesn't, then they hit. And I want you to note that he did not roll a d20. He rolled a 20. So he just put in the code /R20 and it rolled a 20. So he did not roll a d20. That's why the screen said oops. And we just kind of let him do this, which the way it was going sort of makes sense, but when I look back at the tape and I see these little mistakes, it kind of kills a little bit of me inside. But these things are always going to happen. There are always going to be little mistakes, little fudges that you didn't anticipate, particularly in the times when the players catch you flat footed. And that's just part of the hobby, I think, getting better as a GM to handle those things on the fly, interpretively, in an improvisational and fair way. So a lot of words there. Sorry about that, but that was a really interesting moment, I think, in this particular video I wanted to break down.
There you go. You rolled. I mean, you rolled a nat 20. Of course, that's exactly what happened. So, all damage is no damage, and Onyx's life is saved. No, I mean that makes sense. Yeah. So they're all, like you said, they're going all balls to the wall. So they're all piling on this thing. Gregator might not be able to hold it next round. It's going to be a toss up. It's going to be a 50% chance.
Hang on 1 second, please. So how many of them can actually like grasp it and get a hold of it? It's only 5 feet wide, and it limits what we can do. They can't put like 30 people on this. But I mean, I agree. They got more hands on it than I do. Sure.
They can squeeze into an area and they can all they're all helping, essentially is what I'm saying, in one way, some more effectively than others for sure, but it's become a very difficult task for you. I mean, Gregator's a strong dude, but to withstand like 7 troglodytes, I mean, I don't know about that.
So Sluggo can move up and help Gregator hold the card. There's not a restriction on our side either, right? He can be in here holding the card.
What's this?
Whenever we're riding the car, 2 people can get in the car, and it's got the alarms shoot back. Don't forget you have the wheelbarrow arms that come back. So there's plenty of handle to grab.
Okay, cool, good call. Yeah, he picks up the handle and starts pulling along with Gregator.
Yeah.
That works for me. That makes Gregator's strength check a little easier. That will no longer be a toss-up then.
So what I wanted to do here was add a little bit of difficulty to this dungeon siege machine. Gregator, a very strong, I mean crazy strong, strength 18 dwarf, is holding on to this thing against what appears to be almost 10 troglodytes. That's a feat. So I want to have him roll to see if he can actually manage to hold on to the door. And as more troglodytes pile on, I want to make that roll increasingly more difficult. But what this does is it encourages the players to actually litigate what their dungeon siege vehicle can do. And it's true. If you look at the design of the dungeon siege vehicle, there are these arms that are extending back. So another player moves up to help Gregator hold the door. And therefore, I think that it's pretty solid with 2 characters holding it against the troglodytes. But what it does is I'm challenging the players to come up with interesting and creative ideas on how to use this machine. And for the most part, as you can see, I am mostly being generous with what this thing is able to do. I want them to feel good about this thing that they've put time and effort and thought into. I don't want to take it away from them or diminish it or nullify it really in any way. Really, what we're just doing is making it part of the game. And if you feel like it could be done differently, if you feel like this is too easy or too hard, take the ideas that we've been working on and modify them as you see fit. If this were to come up in your actual game. So anyway, there we go. Let's see what happens. They hold the door.
So are we at
Hold
the
the.
next?
So you two guys are basically, that's your action. It's a new turn.
So
All right.
It's gonna be my last turn because I have to leave after this, but we'll play one more turn.
All right. Beautiful.
My buddy had to take a plane to go on a trip, and he was really cutting it down to the wire. That's how you know your players like playing the game when they're like, one more turn, let's do this. I gotta go I might miss my flight to a vacation because I'm playing D&D, right? That's how you know this game is fun. It's a good time.
4.
Another roll.
Oh my god.
Re-rolls, man.
Nemesis. What?
6. Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, so movement is Stash or Jude gonna go toward the?
No.
Gum and
the
the
left.
dog are gonna
Shoot,
come
shoot
up.
them in there. How about Stash and Billy? Well, who needs help? Like, we can handle this one person that's coming through.
There's also a troglodyte right here. Don't remember, he's just on top of Chunk's dead body.
Yeah, we need a couple. Okay.
So
Just
Like again, do you see how this is happening? Now we're on movement of their turn. They won initiative, and they're deciding where do these characters have to go? Who needs help? What holes do we plug in? Combat becomes a team sport in OSE rather than an individual sport in 5e or other modern iterations of D&D in which we have individualized initiative. Very cool stuff.
Gum and Chauncey are gonna move on.
Well, he was on fire. Didn't he take damage for his fire?
I thought only one of them was on fire.
No, two.
Oh, so both.
Oh no. You're right. You're right. Technically, it should have been 1.
Yeah,
That's
this
correct.
guy's dead because he took the 1 damage from the dog, which was enough to finish him. So it's
Right.
2. There's a troglodyte.
Well, I initially counted it as both of them getting hit by the torch. I mean, is that one too many?
I mean, that's up to you. So then both of them took 10 damage. Then.
I would say you were in a position to catch them both, and they happen to be flammable. We'll play it that way.
they smell good cooked.
Oh, you know what? Actually, not bad.
Move
Oh,
on.
me
Move
too.
pink.
Troglodyte burgers.
Saladaro here. Pinky here and Saladaro here. Because we got 1 here and 1 here.
What's Gump doing? Moving all the way down there for us?
He's surrounding this guy. There's still 2 troglodytes. Oh, there's a whole shit ton of troglodytes
No,
up
but
there. I
then
didn't see that.
Yeah,
I did
there's
not
4
see
of
that.
them.
We're not gonna.
Yeah,
be
I was gonna
moving
say,
that
like,
far.
he's gonna get.
Yeah. Did not see that. We're not gonna move that far. We're just gonna go
He's
like
got
that.
4 guys behind him. I'm smoking. Gonna stand by the door.
Yeah. All right.
So wait, if that's the way you guys are moving just to get that 1. Then
No, there's 2. 1, 2.
Dash is gonna move and just still try to. He's still gonna try to shoot an arrow them past them.
Okay.
Bilius, you do whatever range you need to do.
I
Okay.
assume he's attacking that guy, right?
Right.
All right, go ahead and roll your
Roll
d20.
D20.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Roll high. Bam.
Damn, that's a hit.
Hey! Roll damage.
Get him.
Come on, dude. Damage, bro.
Oh man.
Awful.
Trying to keep it PG-13 up in here.
Alright, so we're doing melee.
Melee.
Yep, let's do left melee first.
Chauncey's
side.
attacking the guy that just got hit with the arrow. He smells blood. Blood! Doesn't hit.
Alright. Pinky's gonna attack that guy also. Pinky's gonna attack this guy here.
Lodger will go next.
Hold up. So this one is the one that took the damage, so he's at 10. So
Lodger.
Saladro, kill him, Saladro.
Come on, Slaughter.
Boom.
Woof. There we go.
Scimitar.
Big damage, big damage.
Boom. There we
Woo!
go.
Go. How do you kill him?
There's a scimitar. It chops off that wiggly fish head. Definitely.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
He's gonna attack.
No.
He's gonna miss.
Oh. The only people rolling good today is Gregator and
You see me getting all distracted trying to put the
So
blood
we're
splatter.
all right.
on
So
on
now
there.
we're to the right
It's a
side.
lot to run the
Right
games
side.
digitally and
Yep. I want
keep it in tune for a
what,
recording.
Greg?
No,
Takes
backstab.
practice.
Yeah, but not instant death. It's like +4 or something though.
Yeah, it's +4.
Yeah. Is that +4 to hit? Anyway.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
Yeah. An automatic crit, I think, isn't it?
Oh, frick. Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's
Oh my god.
So who was this
It was
attacking?
too easy. It was too open. It's too open.
So I think I said that because the troglodyte was attacking Greg, that his back was turned, that this really was a backstab. Now for Onyx, the young thief girl, and the thief is a very weak character, but they do have the backstab ability, one of the few abilities in the game of OSE, and it gives you a +4 to hit, and they roll a 1, so that's a bummer. And we do crit fails in this game. We do double damage for critical hits as well. So usually when a player crit fails, bad things happen.
Who?
Yeah, she got nervous.
Oh no, this is the back. Oh no. Yeah, you unfortunately somehow your dagger slips. Like its skin is like slippery, and the dagger kind of slides out of her hand and drops on the ground. That's a bummer. All right, well, other melee. Sorry,
Omo
that's
will go.
yeah, Oma.
Omo will
Step up and
swing a
defend
hammer.
others. That'll hit.
+1.
+2.
Okay.
+2, right?
+2.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a hit. Now you're rolling for damage +2.
Okay. And I keep forgetting if she's an 8 or a 6. It's a 6. 6 plus.
Oh,
+1. Plus.
Now for
So 7 damage.
+2.
Yeah. This thing is on top of Gregator, like chomping at him. You just come up behind him with your hammer and just lay a crushing blow on his back. Smashes into his shoulder. For heavy damage. This guy is severely damaged. His arm looks like it's been smashed to pulp.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Who else is up?
Well,
Billy
so
is-
here's our new plan: is Juda's repositioned so she can help with the card. So she and Gregator can do the card, and whoever that is can finish attacking this one dude there.
Sluggo.
No,
But does Bilius has a melee also?
He has a small weapon, so he's last. Billy is last, right?
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, Billy has
Sluggo
left.
will-
I'm last, so.
Okay, Sluggo will try. He'll swing. Nope. Bilius.
There he is. Finish him.
Bilius, you're up, bro. Roll your d20. Is he there?
these are the pitfalls of playing online with other people. There are disconnections, there are delays. I think Billy was saying that his internet was bad because of a storm, so things were lagging, and that does suck for online. But it's just funny how this particular moment works out in this game. You just got to wait for it a little bit because the players are getting really impatient to see this. Galio has to leave on his trip. We're all waiting for this final roll of combat to see if they can take this one dang troglodyte out that they've struggled so badly that they can't manage to do it. And they're waiting on this hit.
It's rolling for me, man. It's going. Mine says it's rolling the dice. 14. Is that it?
14 hits with the +3. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright.
It's a D8.
Well, this should be a dead because it's D10 +3. And I think I only did one hit.
Typing in messages, getting frustrated.
Come on, you can do it.
It's rolling. I hit the button. I just gotta wait for it to go through.
Oh, man.
Got it. Come on, come on, come on.
What the?
It's terrible.
Oh,
my God.
man.
This little flash of light. It's just like.
Somebody roll the dice on the table.
Whoa! Oh, wound that baby up.
That was really funny.
That was worth the wait.
Okay, now some of his blood. Yeah, some of his blood needs to splash into the eyes of the guy behind it because that's so.
For sure, yeah. Billy just straight chops this guy in half. He's distracted by Onyx, who tried to stab him in the back, and he whirls around. And at that moment, Billy just cuts down a slashing blow, and just like an anime cartoon, whooshink, and like the top half falls one way and the legs fall another way. Guy in the back is spattered with guts. There are so many corpses of troglodytes that they're gonna have to spend a turn to like try to. They might not even be able to get to you at this point. The way might be just totally blocked with troglodyte corpses.
Yeah, that's a good description of death, by the way. I got to give myself that. That was fun.
So let's remember that it's the troglodytes' turn to attack on our next session.
Yeah, we'll end the session now.
Go so early, man.
I know, and the players are frustrated about having to, not have to stop early. That was a quick session right there. So I'll come back with the next round of the final round of combat for this particular planned prep and play series, where the players continue to hold off against these troglodytes. They have one big move left, one big onslaught left to repel, and at that point we'll see if morale kicks in. But thanks for coming along with me. I like to talk about D&D. I like to talk about our games. I like to share it with other people. I like to show them how fun it is to play online. Give a little tips on how I run games, OSE games online, how it works, and appreciate you watching me to this point, and hope you join me next time for the next video, whenever that may be. So we'll see you. Have a great day, afternoon, whatever it is when you're checking this out. Take it easy. See you later. Not sure why you're still here. The screen's black. It's just my face. That's all. It's just my face.